There's a term for the kind of event that nobody sees coming, until it happens. And then everyone acts like it was obvious the whole time. It's called a black swan. Here's one that just happened, and I'd bet almost nobody outside the tech industry noticed it. Earlier this year, the US government tried something against a major AI company that had never been done before. Not a fine, not a lawsuit. They went after the company's actual ability to function, its hardware, its cloud access, its own product. And the part that makes this genuinely strange, it didn't start with some huge scandal. It started with the company saying no to one thing. Let's find out what that one thing was. Back in February, the Pentagon wanted something from an AI company called Anthropic, the makers of the CLAUDE AI models. Reportedly, they wanted Anthropic's AI to be usable for fully autonomous weapons systems. Anthropic said no. That's it. That's the spark. And what happened next escalated faster than almost anyone expected. Within days, the president ordered every federal agency in the country to stop using Anthropic's technology. And the defense secretary went even further. He officially labeled Anthropic a supply chain risk to national security. That's a label usually reserved for things like compromised hardware from a hostile foreign country. Naturally, people in the industry started freaking out a little, and one person in particular said something that made everyone sit up. A former Trump AI advisor named Dean Ball posted something blunt. He said if the defense secretary's approach won out, companies like Nvidia, Amazon, and Google could eventually be forced to divest from Anthropic completely, cutting off its chips and cloud access. His exact words, "This is simply attempted corporate murder." Now, to be clear, that was a warning about where this could go, not something that had already happened. But 4 months later, something did happen. And it was arguably even stranger than what he predicted. In June, the Commerce Department ordered Anthropic to cut off its two most advanced AI models, called Fable 5 and Mythos 5, for any foreign national, anywhere in the world. The stated reason? A national security concern involving a safety bypass. Here's where it gets almost absurd. Anthropic said it has no reliable way to tell foreign users from US users in real time across hundreds of millions of accounts. So to comply with the order, it had to shut both models down completely, worldwide, for everyone, with almost no warning. Sit with that for a second. The US government didn't just restrict who could buy a chip. It effectively forced an American company to turn off its own product globally because it couldn't legally separate its users fast enough. That has never happened before. Not like this. So here's the question everyone actually wants answered. Was this really about security? Or was it payback for Anthropic saying no back in February? The administration's official line, this was purely about a real security risk, a bypass that could enable cyber attacks. That's their story on the record. Anthropic's lawsuits argue something very different, that this was retaliation, tracing straight back to their refusal on autonomous weapons, plus some friction over their public stance on chip exports to China. And at least one former Trump official has directly pushed back, denying the retaliation claim outright. Nobody outside the room knows for sure which version is true. Both are still on the table. Here's the twist, at least for now. The order was lifted, and Anthropic's models came back online on July 1st. Crisis technically over. But here's the thing that should actually bother you. The precedent doesn't disappear just because this specific fight ended. A door got opened this year that had never been opened before. Proof that a government actually can force a specific AI company's product offline worldwide almost overnight. Nobody knows yet if that was a one-time event, or a preview of how this decade plays out. If you're into AI, tech, or just politics, keep an eye on this one, because whatever happens next probably won't be the last time.